Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. The Journey of the Katana Hero by TheTrinity9 Chapter 5. The first wave. One day after the incident on the cave, we managed to level up by hunting some monsters on Ryute. Now Fumi is level 26, Ake is level 34. Raphtalia is level 25 while I'm on level 31. Now Fumi got some new shields such as two-headed black dog shield, butterfly shield, pipe shield and wood shield, while I got some new skills like dog howling, agility enchantment eye, tempest of blades and defiant sword. Tempest Katana, LV 31 200ths. Copied ability, 28, ATK plus 410 mag plus 410, AGI plus 410. Equipment bonus. Immune wind elemental, wind cutter, tornado blade, 1000 blades, level 40 required, atomic slash, level 55 required. Another thing, now Fumi and I got very shocked at Raphtalia's quick growth. Ake explained that demi-humans' growth is different from humans. With amount of experience that they receive, they can physically grow far quicker than the normal rate. But still there is a limit how much they can grow. Currently, we are on forest near Ryute. When we are discussing our next plan, a giant porcupine appeared and jumping towards us. We dodged the attack before Raphtalia killed it with her short sword. Now Fumi and I began to absorb the needle to our respective weapons. Level up. Rimuru Arashi, LV 32, now Fumi Iwatani, LV 27. Ake Rolf, LV 35, Raphtalia, LV 27, ability unlocked. Sharpness V Piercing Eye Tempest Katana, LV 32 200ths. Copied ability, 30, ATK plus 420 mag plus 420, AGI plus 420. Equipment bonus. Immune wind elemental, wind cutter, tornado blade, 1000 blades, level 40 required, atomic slash, level 55 required. New shield unlocked. Animal needle shield def plus 15, MDEF plus 10. Equipment bonus. ATK plus 1, nettle shield, small, finally something capable of attacking. Now Fumi thought. Let's go now. We need to go to Enhard's shop to buy some new sword for Raphtalia and Ake. With that, we began to walk to Castle Town. Entering Enhard's shop, we were quickly greeted by the bald man in question. Shield bro and company. How are you? He asked before getting a good look at us, especially Raphtalia. We are fine. I answered with a smile. Oh wow, I barely recognized you, kid. You've really grown into a pretty lady like Lady Katana here. Enhard complimented. So, what have you been doing out there? Raphtalia easily responded to Enhard's curiosity. Rimuru-sama and now Fumi-sama taught me how to eat properly and use table manners. They've been helping me with a lot actually, she said with a smile. Is that so? Well then, you've well and truly grown, nothing like the pipsqueak you used to be. Enhard told her with a bright smile. Raphtalia only grumbled in response. Alright, stop teasing her. Now Fumi cut in, a smile also appeared on his face. We're here to buy Raphtalia and Ake some new gear. Their swords has already losing its touch. Lady Rimuru, how about this one? Ake asked. He held an obsidian black sword with black hilt on his hands. The sword sure is look menacing. It's good, I think. I responded. What's this sword, Enhard? Oh, that's one made from a special metal. Mixing iron, gold and special black ore I got back then. Very durable and sharp. Enhard responded. I touched the sword to copy its stats and abilities. Katana abilities copied. Noir sword ATK plus 120, AGI plus 75, mag plus 50. Equipment bonus. Unbreaking 3, sharpness 2, earth smasher. This sword is very suitable for Ake. But for me this sword is decent, I thought. Mr. Enhard, how about this one? It seems really sharp, Raphtalia asked. She held a brilliant silver sword with golden hilt on her hands. Blanc sword ATK plus 90, AGI plus 60, mag plus 45. Equipment bonus. Unbreaking eye, sharpness eye, light elemental magic plus 10%. I don't know what Raphtalia's elemental magic is, but this sword is very good for her, I thought. Of course, Even though it's not as sharp as the black one, it still can cut any monsters without issue, Enhard replied. So, how much the swords cost? Naofumi asked. That black sword is cost 150 silvers while the silver one is 125 silvers. But I can give you a discount about 200 silvers? Enhard said. How about 130? Naofumi began to bargain. Okay, not that low, but I can go to 180, Enhard responded. 150 and we have a deal. I back up, using the sweetest smile I can perform. Alright, 150. You've got a deal. You're lucky I liked your party, Enhard responded. I forgot Lady Katana is a pure beauty. And with that smile, she looked like a goddess. She's really know to use her beauty as business advantage. Handing a pouch over to Enhard, we began to leave, satisfied with the purchase. Good luck there, Shield Bro and company. I need you in order to keep my business afloat. Now our destination is the local restaurant. Entering the restaurant, we went to sit at one of the tables, a waiter quickly coming along to take our orders. Are you four ready to order? Or do you need a moment? Immediately, Naofumi requested. We'll take 3 of the cheapest meals you have and 1 kid meal. Right away, sir. The waiter replied before heading off to get our meals. But, there is one person who unhappy with his decision. Naofumi-sama. Raphtalia's face was bright red, standing up from embarrassment after the moment of realization passed her. What's the meaning of this? Huh? Didn't you like that meal? Naofumi genuinely had a dumbfounded expression. It's all the same order and everything. I'm not a kid anymore. Does it matter if it's meant for kids? Naofumi asked. You enjoyed it, right? This is different. Raphtalia glanced over to Ake and I. Why can't I just get the same thing as you 3? Huh? Seriously? I said in confusion. This is only the cheapest menu item, you know? It's only meant to alleviate costs where we can save. Lady Rimuru is right, Miss Raphtalia. Ake added. This doesn't have much meal like kids' meal. Then I'll do the same thing as you 3. I'll eat the cheapest meal to save costs too. Don't be silly, Raphtalia. The kids' meal, other than what they call it, is perfect for you. It has the nutrition you need for a growing person and it does it in a way that doesn't sacrifice its delicious taste. You should probably skip out on the pudding if you're worried about weight. Raphtalia's face grew brighter in red. That's not the problem, and don't say that. Hey Naofumi. It's rude to say that to the girls. I scolded him. Never asked weight to a woman. You telling him, Rimuru-sama? Raphtalia added. Alright, I'm sorry about that. Naofumi apologized. When our meals came, we ate it quietly. Even though Raphtalia complained about her food before, she still ate it gratefully. Returning to Enhard's place to kill some time since we had nothing to do, we were able to strike a conversation with the bald man once he had gone to break. Standing outside his shop, we talked about many things before Raphtalia saw something interesting on the street. Everyone, look, Raphtalia said as she pointed towards the street. A row of knights and horses, all armored up, were parading the street, hundreds of onlookers flooding the paths, keeping a lane open for the kingdom's warriors. They seems prepare for the wave. Seems clear enough that the entire town is on edge. Ever since the first wave, people have been fearing for this moment. Enhard stated, less emotion than normal in his voice at the fact. Yeah. And that's reminds me something. The king telling us to register on the Dragon Hourglass. Where is the Dragon Hourglass location anyway? I asked. It's on the Church of the Three Heroes Palace, Lady Rimuru. Ake answered. The hourglass function is like a timer. Once the final grain of sand falls, the 4 heroes, or in this case 5 heroes, will be teleported to wherever the wave takes place. We froze at this. That means we need to go to this zealot's main base who can kill us when we arrive there. So we need go to the church who hate me to the core, huh? Naofumi muttered. I hope nothing happened to us on that place. Because the last thing we need is fighting the entire church. Indeed. But still we need to go there now. Who knows, the next wave will happen sooner. See you later, Enhard. We left Enhard's shop before go to the church. We arrived at the Three Heroes Church. Opening the door, a nun in a white dress with some form of cross greeted us. Welcome, Sir and Lady Heroes, to the Church of the Three Heroes. What can we do for you today? She greeted, a smile strewn across her face. Even so, we still cautious at our surrounding because there's no way the church didn't know that I talked shit about them. I assume they are waiting before launch strike on us, I thought. Hello there, miss. We're here to see the Dragon Hourglass in order to register for the upcoming wave. Naofumi informed her. Right this way, she said, extending her arm as if to follow her. Without another word, the nun began to walk in the direction of the hourglass, we following close behind. Upon seeing the Dragon Hourglass, I couldn't help but be amazed. Its intricate gold design complemented the red color of the sand almost perfectly. Beautiful, I simply said in awe. Walking up the hourglass, I suddenly realized that I had no freaking idea how to register. So, do we have to do something? Or as Naofumi was cut off once the gem in his shield and the gem on my katana began flashing. Out of nowhere, a beam of light shot out from his shield and my katana, which gave us a surprise. "Whoa!" we simply exclaimed. The room lit up green and light blue for a moment before fading out. On my HUD, I saw a new, blood-red timer appear. 0 hours 20 minutes and 48 seconds, 0 hours 20 minutes and 47 seconds, 0 hours 20 minutes and 46 seconds. Only 20 hours left? There's so little time to prepare for such an event. I thought grimly. It was then that a voice called us, one that I found annoying. Hey Rimuru-chan. Naofumi. Motoyasu called out, his party of females trailing behind him. So he successed to create his own harem, huh? I wish that make him stop begging me to join his party. In Naofumi case, he can't trust Motoyasu because of one person. The bitch. Hey Motoyasu. Naofumi greeted flatly. Come to register too? Where is Ren and Itsuki? Why of course, he energetically said. Ren and Itsuki is on the way here. I can see you are doing great despite the false rumors. And who is this cute lady beside you and Rimuru-chan here? Naofumi-sama, Rimuru-sama, you know these people are? Raphtalia curiously asked how this guy know Naofumi and Rimuru's name. Before Naofumi or I could answer, Motoyasu began to uncomfortably grab her hand. Hello there. My name is Motoyasu Kitamura, the spear hero. You are such a beautiful lady, but not as beautiful as Rimuru-chan here. It's nice to meet you. He introduced himself and got closer to Raphtalia, who got very uncomfortable. Wow, you are cute when... Motoyasu never finished his sentence because Raphtalia tossed his hands away with disgust. You filthy Demus. Show some respect to Sir Motoyasu, mine exclaimed, grabbing the handle of her sword. He deserve it. Raphtalia shrugged. If he knows the meaning of the word, privacy, and manner, this will not happen to him. Alright, that's enough. Let's get out of here. Naofumi finally said, either to avoid fighting or had enough to saw bitch face. Maybe both, but before we leave, he told Motoyasu something. Motoyasu, I think you need to teach one of your companion the meaning of word, racism. With that, we made our way out of the church. On the entrance of the church, we met Ren and Itsuki. We greet each others before leaving the church. We rented 2 rooms at a nearby inn to try and get some rest for the upcoming wave. Raphtalia was laying on one of the beds, arms crossed behind her head, staring at the ceiling. I, on the other hand, look at my katana to know what kind of skills that I unlocked so far. On the other rooms there's Naofumi who create another healing potions and medicines while Ake helping him up. Rimuru-sama, when the spear hero said false rumor about Naofumi-sama, what is he talking about? She asked me. Sighed, I turned to her. Raphtalia, do you know what rape is? I asked her. Raphtalia immediately began to look uncomfortable, but replied anyway. Why yes, I do. Some of the other slaves I was with had talked about it before, why? Good, I think you already know how serious it is. To put it simply, Naofumi is charged with false accusation of rape by mine, or the bitch to get him killed by the crown or at least making him a public enemy. I helping him by proving his innocence and the rest is history. Not everything that came out of the situation was bad though, I explained. Raphtalia seemed confused. How could something so bad not be entirely bad? Rimuru-sama. What do you mean by, not everything was bad? First is we know the true face of the kingdom. They really hate the shield hero because of the corrupt church. Second and last, we meet you, Raphtalia. If it weren't for that bitch and kingdom's fair trial, we would have never met, I finished. Once all the information had been laid out to her, Raphtalia couldn't help but idolize Shield Hero and Katana Hero even greater than before. Rimuru-sama, thank you for telling me all of this. Raphtalia said gratefully. I'm going to sleep, if that's okay with you. You're welcome, Raphtalia. Good night, and I'll see you in the morning. I replied as she placed the covers over herself and drifted to sleep. Unknown to me, she thinks something before she sleep. I never had a chance even from the start. Once I'm done with my katana, I getting into my bed. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? Regardless, no matter what, we will survive this and we will fight until the very end. Darkness shrouded the land in the early morning, as knights and adventurers alike stood together, preparing themselves for the hardships that were soon to come. People, tall and short, poor and wealthy, weak and strong, fast and slow, it mattered not, for today, they were one. It's almost here. Naofumi said. He may look calm on the outside, but I'm sure he's nervous on the inside. Yeah. We trained hard and grind properly. I just hope we're all ready, I said, nervous at what the wave has in store for us. I turned to Raphtalia, who visibly nervous. Are you all right, Raphtalia? I don't want to lose you, Naofumi-sama or Mr. Ake, Rimuru-sama. She nodded slowly. We've trained hard to get to where we are, but we have no idea what's even coming. I hope we are ready. She's slightly shaking. I gently rubbed her head to calm her down. We're going to be fine. As long as we together, we will protect each other. She nodded, and inspired by my confidence, the Tanuki girl felt secure despite the impending danger. After finishing our preparations, we waiting as the timer began to count down. 0 hours 0 minutes and 3 seconds, 0 hours 0 minutes and 2 seconds, 0 hours 0 minutes and 1 second, 0 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. A bright light flashed across the sky, and suddenly the world was blanketed in a dark red shade. Suddenly, we were encompassed by a golden light before a weightless feeling enveloped us. We opened our eyes to see that we were on a hill overlooking a large forested area. Where are we? Raphtalia asked, looking around. I don't know, but I figure the wave is around here. Naofumi responded, looking to the sky. The sky is really like getting stabbed by a knife. Huge swarms of giant wasps, undead soldiers, and some bulky, house-sized undead were pouring out of holes in the sky. Looking down below the cliff, Naofumi noticed the other 3 heroes rushing toward the center of the conflict. Everyone, let's, Sir Naofumi, Lady Rimuru. Look over there, Ake said, interrupting him and pointing towards the horizon. I think that's Ryut over there. If all the knights are coming there, the town will be defenseless. Damn. I cursed. These knights only focus on attacking the wave while forgot to defend the civilians. Let's go to there then. Body shapeshift. Batwings. In second, on my back grows a pair of black batwings. How the heck you got that wings? Naofumi asked in shock. From the bat on the cave. I responded. With this I can go to Ryut faster. You guys better start running. Don't worry about the boss wave. I'm sure the other heroes will deal with it. With that last sentence, I began to fly to Ryut while my party still looking at my direction in shock and disbelief. I start to believe Rimuru-sama is actually goddess, Raphtalia said. Same, Miss Raphtalia, same. Ake nodded. Naofumi, however, taking a moment to look at his fellow heroes and then at Ryut, he decided. We can talk about that later. We must help Rimuru on Ryut. Ake and Raphtalia nodded as they start running to Ryut. What greeted me at the village was a disaster. Bodies of humans and monsters lay scattered around the market square. Some houses had severe damage, probably from the larger creatures. People were scattered and screaming in terror, chased by the attacking horde of monsters. I flying down as I saw a small group of villagers struggling against a monster. As the interdimensional zombie brought its weapon down to strike the frightened man, before I cut off the zombie with, Wind Cutter, go get your families and get out of this village, it isn't safe to stay here, I yelled. Thank you, goddess. Whirlwind slash. I swung my katana as the whirlwind cutting the remaining zombies. The villagers were rightfully scared, but were smart enough to move quickly. Seeing them run off, I go to another area. On another area, I saw several children were hiding behind a horrified mother who wielded a broom. Seeing that they were about to be attacked by a small group of giant wasps, I fly towards them, but then Naofumi and others arrived. Shield prison. Before the wasps could close in, a metal ball of chains and shields encompassed the group of humans and protected them. Raftalia and Ake quickly get rid of the wasps with a single strike while they are disoriented. Releasing his ability. "Get out of here while you can," he shouted as they eagerly complied, running as fast as they could towards safety. "Guys," I called them as I fly towards them. "Perfect timing. I just got a plan," Naofumi said. We split into two teams. Raftalia and Ake round up the civilians and get them out of here while Rimuru and I get the monster's attention. Both of them nodded. "Yes. Be careful Naofumi-sama, Rimuru-sama. Promise me you two don't die," Raftalia said, and without waiting for us to answer, she and Ake dashed off into the town. Naofumi running down an alley while I flying beside him. A nearby house had a large chunk of its side crash to the ground in front of him. From behind the settling dust came a massive undead creature. It was covered in armor and appeared insanely strong. The beast roared at him and charged, swinging its fist backhanded toward Naofumi. Air Strike Shield. A green, spectral shield appeared and blocked the undead's fist. This is a great opening from Naofumi and I cannot waste it. It's time to do a skill combo then, I thought with a grin. Flying blades. 5 blades like shuriken appeared while orbiting me before it charges towards the beast. And then, triple sweep strike. I flying towards the beast before slicing it in its guts, chest and head with such speed as the shuriken finally struck at its body as the beast finally collapsed to the ground with screwed head and all. Plus 720 express, damn she's strong. I merely create an opening and she annihilate that giant in instant. Naofumi thought in amazement. I'm glad she's in my party. I noticed we got some plenty experience from the beast we just killed, but kept moving. This civilian's life is more important after all. We soon came across a fairly large group of villagers armed with weapons ranging from swords to pitchforks, rushing between us and the swarm of monsters that confronted them. "Get out of here quickly, we'll take care of these." Grabbing the attention of the monsters and leading them to group, the villagers caught their breath. "It's one of the heroes and the goddess. Why are they doing here? Is goddess finally descended from heaven to help us? Oh, come on. There's no goddess have a bat wings. What's wrong with this civilians?" Naofumi decided to yell back. "Think about your friends and family. Do you want to throw your lives away? Get out of here, now." The townspeople looked to each other before yelling back. "We're not running. We'll fight these monsters with you. We can handle this just fine." I yelled back at them. "Tornado blades." I swung my katana 360 degrees as it created great tornado that cuts the group of monsters into pieces as the rain of blood emitted for a second. The villager's jaw dropped in awe at the display of power. Naofumi shaking his head before he noticed a burning house that had a small child crawling away from it. As he got closer, he could hear the child's cries as he reached out toward the building. "Mom! Mom!" Naofumi using shield prison to protect him from the monster. He slid underneath the burning rubble to enter the building. He quickly spotted an injured woman and grabbed her in a princess carry. "Don't worry, we're all getting out of here alive," he said to her. Thank you shield hero." As he exited the house, the monster is already dead. He released his skill and grabbed the child with his one arm. He then reached the small army of armed villagers and dropped his 2 passhanger off. "Stay with them. They'll keep you safe. I'll keep their attention," he shouted, running off to gather more monsters. After gathering a couple of monsters to follow him, he saw a watchtower not far from him along with large bell. He quickly have an idea. "Rimuru, can you take me to that watchtower?" Naofumi asked me. "No probs. Give me your hand." Naofumi then grabbed my hand as I take him flying until we got to the top of watchtower. Then, Naofumi began to ring the bell repeatedly as the loud sound managed to get the attention of nearly every monsters in town. Soon enough, the monsters began to climb the watchtower. Naofumi quickly grabbed my hand again as I safely put him down to the ground. "Now the rest is yours Rimuru," Naofumi told me. "Right. Tornado blades." I released the skill for the second time, killing all the monsters and destroying the watchtower. The smells of blood smacked us in the face as we tried our best to not puke. After a moment calming our stomach, we noticed another massive undead creature walking towards villagers' group. "Get out the way!" We yelled in unison and rushing towards them, but it was still a distance, so I decided to flying faster thanks to my high agility. The villagers turned and finally noticed the large monster making its way towards them. Some of them raised their weapons in defiance while others cowering in fear. Earth Smasher. From behind, Ache smashed the ground with his sword, destroying the ground that monster stood as it losing its balance. Nice Ache. I praised him. Air Strike Blade. 3 blades appeared before charge towards the beast and hit it on the chest. Ha! Raftalia cutting the beast into 2 as she sheathed her blade, walking out from behind the beast. She looked up and smiled, jogging toward us. Naofumi-sama. Rimuru-sama. Thank goodness you're safe. Plus 480 Express smiling back at her, we nodded. We just cleared this area. How did everything go with the villagers? Are they all safe? Naofumi asked. Yes. All of the townspeople that survived are west of here, near the mines. I've taken care of the rest of the monsters in the village, so we should be safe for now, she said, scanning the area for enemies just in case. Good. Then let's go, I began to said when suddenly, a screeching roar tore through the air. A massive creature broke through the tree line and turned back around towards the forest. Few details aside from a lion-like body could be noticed from the distance. It seems Ren, Itsuki and Motoyasu still dealing with the boss, I noted. Let's help them then. Yeah. Naofumi nodded. Raftalia, Ache, protect the villagers when we are dealing with the wave boss. Got it, Sir Naofumi. Okay, Naofumi-sama. Then, I grabbed Naofumi's hand and began flying to the others. When we arrived, Ren, Itsuki and Motoyasu still battle with a chimera. Crimson Blade. A man with a sword jumped forward to slash at the beast. The flames licked at its body, setting it on fire. However, it was extinguished within seconds. Silver Arrow. Lightning Spear. Glowing arrow and a bolt of lightning struck the creature, carving deep wounds into its body. Al thought it has already sustained some damage, the beast was not finished yet. Need help? I asked the 3 heroes as we landed beside them. I dead-active my wings and ready to facing the chimera. Itsuki and Ren's mouth hanging open in surprise, while Motoyasu's eyebrows shot up. Rimuru-chan? Naofumi? What took you so long? He asked. And how the hell you can have wings? Ren and Itsuki asked in unison. We killed the monsters en route and evacuating people before getting here, Naofumi answered. Indeed. As for the wings, it's just a part of my skills, I added. We can go to the details later. Now let's kill these chimera and get this over with. The heroes nodded as we prepared to fight chimera again. Naofumi rushed forward, blocking the eagle's head with airstrike shield, and blocking the claws with his physical shield. The dragon's head roared, heat gathering in its mouth. Naofumi dead-active his skill and back off a little. Shield bash. Naofumi yelled as he slammed his shield towards the dragon's head, stunning it. Seeing this, we are not wasting the chance. There's the opening, attack. Naofumi yelled as he retreating into a safe place. Right. I nodded. Revolt of Lightning Disobey. My katana is surrounded by purple lightning as I rushed forward with such speed and slashed the beast while purple lightning struck its body. Good job Naofumi. Motoyasu praised. Lightning Spear. A bolt of lightning coming from his spear as it struck at the beast. Well done. Ren said. 100 swords. Several glowing blue swords appeared and orbiting him before it charged at the beast. Meteor shot. A crimson arrow struck at the beast, the flames licked at its body, setting it on fire. The simultaneous attack from us finally killed the chimera. When the chimera is dead, the sky turned to normal again. Plus 1260 Express placing our weapons away, we looked at each other with smile. Man, that was easy, Motoyasu said. I'm sure the rest of wave will be easy too. We barely took any damage, Itsuki said calmly. Let's loot this chimera to gain some rare items, Ren suggest. When Ren, Itsuki and Naofumi go to the corpse, Motoyasu start walking towards me. Rimuru-chan. I'm glad that you're okay. He crepily hold my hands with a smile as he wants to hug me. But quickly, I punched his gut and kick him away. Sir Motoyasu. The bitch ran towards him. Deserve you right, creeps. I said in disgust as I walked to the chimera corpse. I absorbed some of its flesh and teeth. Katana abilities unlocked. Sharpness v Elato, Final Blow. Phantom / Smite I level up. Rimuru Urashi, LV42. Naofumi Iwatani, LV37, Ake Rolf, LV40 *, Raftalia, LV38. Tempest Katana, LV42 200s. Copied ability, 36, ATK plus 520 Mag plus 520. AGI plus 520. Equipment bonus. Immune Wind Elemental, Wind Cutter, Tornado Blade, 1000 Blades, Atomic Slash, level 55 required.
Huh, Ake's level is stuck in 40. I thought in confusion. Its level 40 is this world's level cap. Then why I still can level up? Weird. Hey Rimuru. Naofumi called me. Let's go to Ryut. I bet Raftalia and Ake waiting for us. I nodded as I activate my body shapeshift. Bat wings. Rimuru-chan. You joined Naofumi's party. Motoyasu exclaimed after he recovered from my punch and kick. Yeah, any problem with that? I asked. But you said he began to said before I cut him off. The rumor is already spread. Naofumi doesn't have any party member and people avoid him like a plague. That's more than enough reason for me to join his party. I shrugged. Anyway, we need to go back to Ryuk to meet Raftalia and Ake. See you later guys. With that, Naofumi and I fly away back to Ryut while the other heroes, along with their parties, look at us in disbelief. When we arrived at Ryut, we could hear the parting villagers in the distance in their cheers, but with an injured person with them, they still had to bring their neighbor over to be treated properly. This probably the longest hours of my life, but when we looked over to Raftalia, we noticed that she was looking at the departing villagers with a soft smile. Naofumi-sama, Rimuru-sama, Mr. Ake, we did it. Her quivering voice tried to stay strong. Yeah, Naofumi answered quietly. We sure did. We were able to help as many people as we could. She started to choke slightly on her words. Yeah, I answered with a soft smile. We did a good job. I did what I could. I tried everything that I could. I could hear the bitterness in her voice. It didn't have to do anything about this particular wave, I would imagine. It was because she was strong now. It was because she had the help of the cardinal heroes now. It was because there were people that were able to survive this wave of destruction now. Having all of this now wouldn't simply erase what happened the last time. Naofumi then approached her as he pulled Raftalia's head softly into his shoulder. Not expecting such a gesture, that was the final thing that broke her. She held onto the hero, letting those memories weep right onto him. Her sobbing cried out, letting loose for him to understand everything that she went through. He stroked her head, trying to help her calm down, but it probably made her cry even more. For him, it was fine. Raftalia deserved to let all these emotions out. You did good, Raftalia. You did good. I smiled at the scene. But I don't know why I had this stinging feeling in my heart when I saw Naofumi hug Raftalia. Lady Rimuru, are you alright? Ake asked in a bit curious and concerned. Your face looked troubled. Is something wrong? Huh, I said before, nodded with reassuring smile. Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm fine. Ake could notice that is something wrong but decide to drop it now. But then, he noticed there was group of people heading into the village. Lady Rimuru, someone's coming. Ake told me. I turned around and saw a group of knights heading into this village. Once the leader of the knights and I were face to face, he held up the piece of paper before boldly said in a loud voice. Katana hero and shield hero. The king requested that all heroes partake in a banquet that is being thrown tonight in the main castle. In the less than millisecond, accept the offer. Thank you for the invitation. I make sure we will come to the castle. As the knights finally left, I turned to Naofumi and Raftalia, who already break the hug as they come to our direction. So Rimuru, what are the knights said? Naofumi asked. We were invited by the king to join the banquet in the castle tonight. I answered. Then we definitely will come. Do you agree, Raftalia? Naofumi asked the Tanuki girl. Yes. That sound great, Naofumi-sama. Who doesn't like free food anyway? Especially when you personally invited. She replied cheerfully. Then it's decide. After we're done here, we will head out to there. However, we still need to be careful. The church may plan something to kill us. I told everyone. They nodded as we made our way back to the village.